My name is Austin, and this is Dungeons and Dracon Beams. Megamorphs. The smoggy air lays a gray tint over the city of Ocean Grove. Most of the streets are a barren, almost wasteland. Like, there's nobody on them. The buildings, ghost town. The old buildings haven't been maintained in some time, like pretty much any of them. But there's some silos built on the outskirts of town and near the ocean. The ocean's changed from its deep navy blue to a metallic ooze until it gets about 50 feet into the sandbar where it mixes back into the navy. And a glow of Kandrona can be seen towards the shore, making the gray ooze glow sort of a red and a purple at times. We see one man in a hooded jacket walking down an empty street, alone. He turns down an alleyway, comes to a door, and knocks twice. A small window slides open from the door. Two eyes peer out of the opening. "Take your hood off so I can see you." The man puts his hood down, and we see a grizzle-beaten war, I guess soldier, what we should call him. His hair is cut into a faux hawk, and he has a bushy Van Dyke goatee that looks pretty unkempt. "You know who I am," the man says. "Zepton!" the man exclaims, surprised. And then the man kicks in the door, and it goes flying into the guy on the other side. We see that man enter, and we hear commotion, and we hear screams and things breaking, and then calmly the man walks back out. Walks back down the alleyway, puts his hood up, stuffs something in his pocket, turns out of the alleyway. Grant, as you close a cabinet door, the wind from you closing the cabinet door makes this calendar's pages fly up and then land softly back down. And we see that it is the year 2032, May 5th to be exact. And the door to your secret garage opens, and Zepton walks in a few hours later. And he says, "I got the last ingredient to the anti-morph gas. Only be able to make 2 batches, but should be enough."
2 should be fine.
And he walks over and takes the thing out of his pocket and starts mixing it at a station off to the right. And as you all kind of complete your plans and your like your preparations in this mission that you're about to do, Zepton comes over and puts 2 like glass canisters that you load into your wrist bracer, and you can use the gas thing with them. But he puts those 2 things in front of you, and he says, "You want to go over the plan one more time?"
Yeah, I think we should. Tell you what, were we able to get any of these into the van itself, or are we just gonna have to turn around with these?
We have the knockout gas planted in the vans. These are for the anti-morph. You have to get close with these.
Cool. All right. I mean, if everything goes according to plan, we'll just be able to hit them with this after they're knocked out in the van. That's fine. All right. So, got the masks completed. We good on that? Guess that's gonna hit us, right?
He pats a duffel bag next to him.
Perfect. All right. So, When we get there, were you able to find out at all where we're gonna land?
Um. Uh, Grant, give me just or high or low.
Low.
Okay. He says if it's based on, and if it's like our timeline, if they haven't used the time matrix yet, it should still be in the same spot where we found it, in the woods.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna hope that that's what happens, but we can't bank on it. All right. Well, regardless, first thing we need to go do is talk to. He has kind of a moment where he pauses and his eyes are like kind of dead, but he looks like he's trying to feel something past them and can't really, like just that kind of hollowed out look, and he goes, "Gotta go swing by Ricky's. Get that pearl. Then we find out where they went. We do what we gotta do. Remember, this part's important. I hate it. Can't kill him.
Can we hurt him?"
I'm good with hurting."
And you see this kind of brings back memories, because at first it just looks like Reese's smile, because this is Reese's body standing in front of you. But as the smile keeps creeping across the face and it gets more sinister, that reminds you that this isn't your old friend, your old partner. But he nods and he says, "All right, I'll hurt them just enough that they wish that they were dead."
Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Okay. So everything goes right. We get him in a cage. We find out where we need to go. I keep you with them. You do whatever you want as long as they don't die.
Smile again.
I get what we need and we get out. If it goes wrong, well, we're going to have to put a hurt on them anyways and scramble for as much as we can, because we cannot fail here. We're done if we fail.
Yeah. The asshole, one, will kill us, and two, if he doesn't, we're just stuck there.
Tell you what, if we fail, if we can't find it and our time runs out and we're screwed, then we can kill.
Okay. That's a little bit more tempting.
Don't. I understand the bloodlust. I have it too, Zepton. Don't underestimate him. And Grant kind of shudders. He goes, "We're not coming out of this well if we fail. We're just going to have some fun before we get stuck, if we do. If we fail, we're in for a world of pain. But we're going to have some fun before we get there."
With that, he kind of nods and he walks over to the van you guys have been putting together, and he pushes the mirror, and the mirror folds back, and you see there's like this dial, and he says, "Since we're going to the woods, most likely, I didn't think this van could drive through woods, through thick trees." And he turns the dial, and you see the van start to fold up like a transformer almost, and it becomes like the size of like a 90s boombox, but you can carry it. So, and he says, "So I thought we should have this be a little bit more portable."
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. How heavy is that thing?
He goes to pick it up, and he can't really pick it up. And then you see his arm start to change. And it goes from...
Oh, go ahead.
It goes from, he's got this hoodie on that he's been walking around with. The hoodie changes with his arm. And it turns into a long tentacle. And the tentacle reaches around this boombox looking thing and lifts it up easily.
Yeah, okay. Show off. Alright. Other than that, man, I don't know. Contingencies? What do we got? We know that we gotta get him alone. We hopefully my dumbass is in jail. We don't have to deal with me because God knows at that time I wasn't reasonable.
The girl should be at work.
Speaking of people to kill if we fail. Anyways, girl should be at work. The rest, maybe they're in the woods, maybe they're somewhere else. I don't know, but wherever they are, they should be alone. First thing we should try to do, though, we should find Cameron. That idiot will tell us anything.
I want to kick his ass.
You go for it when we get there, but you won't be there first. I'll go find Cameron. I'll find out where they are. We'll get them together. So first things first, Ricky. Second thing, go to the Pacific Towers, find Cameron. Get that dipshit to tell us what we need to know. If not, we start... I don't know, we find who we can and we hurt until we find out where we need to go. Make them think that you're on their side first. We want information, and then we knock them out. We're on a tight timetable here. We can't just go around everywhere. Make them think you're still this, and he just kind of references the meat suit.
You see it get a disgusted look, like, ugh.
Yeah, that face isn't going to cut it on that one. Give me it. Okay, we've talked about this. Give me your best Reese. Give me Reese. Don't give me Zept.
He takes a deep breath, steps back. He says, guys, maybe we should think about this a little bit more. We don't know exactly what we're going into here. Cookies? He pulls a bag of cookies out of his bag.
Grant's like eye twitches and his hand goes to a table like near a Dracon Beam and he goes, "Oh, good." Keep that energy. Were they friends? I don't know, man. Every time I try to think of a good reason for us to be back there, they're stupid. Do we need a good reason to come back from the past? The time stream got fucked up. I don't know.
Yeah. We could say that our universe is in peril. And the only way for us to fix it is to bring the time matrix back so we can stop the evils that be.
Oh, yeah, that's great. What was that dude's name that was giving us a lot of trouble? Oh, the Visser. He got the time matrix away from us here.
Yes.
And we were able to swoop in and get it real quick when it was finally out. But to go do anything else with it, we need theirs.
Or he sent us back. He sent us through to this time. We had our time matrix.
How did we get here, though?
He sent us. The Visser.
Why would he do that?
To get us out of his hair. He's stupid.
No, he would kill us. You gotta think, man.
He can't.
No, he can't. He's... Okay. He sucks.
Yeah.
He's not good at that. I know, he is stupid. But he didn't send us back because that would make us associated with the Yeerks, which we're not. Because you're Reese.
No, he sent us back against our will. to keep us out of his hair. He has the others captured.
He... You know what?
What?
If it comes down to it, just say that we're here to help and the time stream is in trouble and we need the time matrix.
Yeah,
if
right.
they press us, make something up that's better than that.
All right.
But they're dumb. It'll be fine.
All right. I do have this, and he reaches into his bag again, pulls out one of those curved-looking gun things. This is a Dracon Beam, you know. It only has one charge, and he hands it to you.
Reminds me of when I used to just carry a gun around. Well, we've got other stuff to hurt him if we need to. Grant pulls that back out, goes, like, sees it's set to, like, kill shot, and he's like, gonna go ahead and put that to stun. All right, well, let's get the van working again and just make it as a future war as we can. We want to say that something went wrong in the time stream here, and we need their time matrix to make sure our world doesn't fall into this chaos. We got to make this really look like we lost, which I guess we did.
Well, we're not exactly in a position of power right now. Even though we are strong.
Grant kind of rubs the back of his head a little bit, which is, he does that a lot when he's feeling the gaze upon him, I think. He kind of shakes himself out of it. He's like, okay, all right, let's do this. We've got the gas, we've both got a couple of morphs up our sleeve. Just ideally we get them in the van, we knock them out, we go get them in a cell, probably over at that cabin, lock them up, tie them up. I'll keep you there, I'll go get the time matrix, you keep them occupied, we come back, we rough them up, we leave. If they catch on and they put up a struggle, we hit them with the anti-morphing gas, we knock them out. I still go look, you still go take you still go take them and keep an eye on them, but I've got less to go on and I have to go ransack everywhere.
Sounds like a plan. We didn't have long to come up with it, but it should work.
My lord isn't exactly forgiving. Didn't give me long.
Well, and he puts the box back down, turns another knob on it, and he says, we have about 20 minutes if you have anything you need to do.
I think he glances at I think he just pulls out like a wallet that he has. Probably doesn't have a lot in it. I doubt that the things he needs he takes with trade. But there is a really old picture in there of Ricky and his mom and him, and it's like darkened and frayed, and it's all beat up. And he's gonna say, "What I need." No, anything I needed was taken a long time ago. This is all I got now.
Alright. And as the van reforms, he goes over to another closet that you guys have, opens up a safe, and inside is a round spherical object about the size of basketball-ish. And he picks it up, brings it over, puts it in like in between the two seats up front in the van, and he sits in the passenger seat. And whenever you join him, he starts doing something to the time matrix, and it starts to glow a purplish, like where the runes are and stuff. Purple lights start to glow. Shit.
And it beeps.
Sorry. Yeah, and it beeps. The Power Rangers theme song.
As it's starting to power up, Grant goes, wait. Reese drives. They'll think it's weird.
He smiles and switches your sweats. And then goes back to the time matrix, presses a button, and you see the purple glow a little bit brighter, and then a white flash engulfs you, Zepton, the van, and just blinds out your vision. And then everything kind of the light seems to pull back into where the time matrix is, and as it does, you start to get your vision back, and basically with another flash, it's back to not glowing anymore, and you guys are sitting in this van, and as you look out of the window, you see right next to you a yellow Camaro, or a yellow convertible car sticking halfway into a rock with the other half hanging out. And it's nighttime. Zepton looks over at you and he says, according to the time matrix, it's 7 a.m.
Okay, let's get to work. He looks over and he's gonna go, I knew he might, but I hoped we wouldn't end up in the woods. Alright, let's walk through the trees, I guess, and get back to the road and get down to Ricky's.
He turns the knob on the van, and it turns back into the box, and he morphs his tentacle and picks it up. He says, alright. And he'll start to walk with you, and he'll say, do you want to maybe go up and get a lay of the land?
Good idea. Grant will go Golden Eagle.
Okay, so we haven't heard what future Grant looks like yet. So if you want to go ahead and describe your character and then go into your morph if you want.
I think that future Grant has a... so he looks pretty similar to what he did, just aged up 10 years. His eyes are a lot more like sunken and hollow. He does not... he was always kind of a skinny dude, but he looks sunken. He does not look like he eats enough. Kind of sallow skinned. He doesn't take care of himself very well. I also think that along the side of his face, he has a knotted white scar that should not be able to be there, because of the fact that when he morphs, scars go away. But one time his master was displeased with him, and he made sure it did not go away. His once boisterous personality, like, you could see defiance in his face. It's just sunken. It's just hollow. He just kind of has a bit of a snarl, and that's it. And he morphs into a golden eagle.
Right. As you kind of take off and get up into the air, if you want to roll me a perception check as your golden eagle.
Roll the dice. Does my golden eagle have anything extra to perception? Let's find out. It does. That is a 19.
With a 19, you kind of take a quick lap, kind of see what you see, and as you look around, you do notice a white wolf running through the forest, and behind it you see about 4 gray wolves, just keeping up with it. And yeah, they're just running through the woods doing who knows what. Maybe hunting, maybe, I don't know. You don't know. You just see them running. You also see a snake kind of come from underneath some like grass and stuff, and it strikes this chipmunk that was running past. Takes it back, starts to eat it, and then off in the distance you see an owl that was kind of circling overhead, and then it drops down into a clearing. And you remember back in the day, this is around where the cabin was. The cabin's hard to find though, even if you know where it is, but you know that this is the area.
Make a mental note of that for later, just in case I need to come back here.
Mm-hmm.
Or for when I need to come back here, because the plan is to lock them up there, because I remember the cells.
Yeah. So that's what you see. Pack of wolves, snake, great horned owl.
Alright, Grant's gonna just kind of looking towards the wolves, he's gonna be like, okay, that's interesting. But he's just gonna thought speak to Zepton. He's gonna be like, okay, can I see the road? Can I see where the road is? Okay. Like, okay, the road is northeast a little bit, just few hundred feet or so. I don't know, I can't tell directions. And it's we're right about where the cabin is, so let's try and remember where we are. Maybe put a marker on the road or something so that we know where we're driving back to, because time is of the essence. But this is where we're going when we find him.
If you kind of track Zepton as he moves, once he gets to the road, his other arm turns into another one of those tentacles, and he wraps it around a tree and just knocks it down into the middle of the road.
So
he smiles, and then he puts the van down, or he puts the van box down and undoes it so it turns back into a post-apocalyptic looking jelly bean.
Grant's kind of going to admire their handiwork and also say, stupid piece of shit car. Let's go.
Takes off. Starts driving into town, and in about 2.5 hours later, you guys are in Ocean Grove proper.
Okay. Go to Ricky's first.
Takes a turn, and you know that Zepton doesn't know how to get to Ricky's, but he seems to tap into his body's brain and find the way.
When I pay attention to him, when I notice that he's a little bit lost, I'm like, left, right, go 100 feet, whatever.
Makes sense. And
Grant's also going to say, how does that feel, by the way, trying to hit those memories?
You know when you can think of, you have a memory and the name or something of something is on the tip of your tongue and you just can't get it? Mm-hmm. That's kind of what it's like. Gotcha. You know it's there, you know it's in here somewhere. Just, you have trouble bringing it up sometimes.
Is he ever afraid?
He doesn't feel anything anymore.
That's a shame. Alright, let's go.
Yeah, it keeps moving, and in about 10 more minutes you guys get to, basically, you're like a block away from Ricky's, but on his street. And he says, do you want me to pull to the front, go around back?
Front and drop me off. Go go start cruising. Just go to the as much as you can. Try and go to the old haunts, the old houses. See if you can scout out anyone. Just make yourself scarce. Don't confront anyone, but see if you can see anything. Come. He says, I'll just morph and meet you at Pacific Towers in an hour and a half.
He nods. And pulls off as he drops you off in front of Ricky's. You see this this nice, sleek-looking building. It's it's not too fancy, but it looks like a nice building. And like all the front windows are all glass. The roof is like a vibrant blue, and then like there's the Cinnabon, the Ricky's Bunza Bakery. I always say Bunza because you remember we talked about that. I know it's not supposed to be Bunza, but I just say it.
Yeah.
That's
Bunza.
Z. Yeah, and that logo's on the top of it, and it looks just like you remember it.
Grant is going to look both ways on the street, and now I don't have an idea of who or what this should look like. Yeah, I'll just have some random human from that I met in more recent years, someone that I don't think Ricky would know.
Yeah, you get to the door. Now, I will say this: it was 7 when you guys got here. It took about 2.5 hours, so it's about 9:30 now. So Ricky's he opens at 9. So actually, he should probably open earlier for a breakfast place. Than you think?
8:39, something like that. Yeah.
We'll just say straight. Yeah, 8's a good time. But yeah, you walk in there and the bell rings. There's a nice amount of people in here right now that just enjoying some Cinnabons, and behind the counter you see Ricky, and he kind of smiles as he turns around, throws a towel over his shoulder, and he says, "Oh, hey, how can I help you?"
Can I get a Hi, could I get a cinnamon roll, please?
Yeah, it's our specialty here. Is this your first time? And he turns around as he's doing it, starts getting one of the ones that's on these shelves ready for you.
He's gonna say, "Oh, it's my. It feels like my first time. I think I was here at some point, but it feels familiar. You know what I mean?"
He smiles and he says, "Good. That's the way I like my restaurants to be. They feel like you've been here before, even if you haven't, and if you have, they make you want to come back. Been a long time." And he sets the cinnamon roll in front of you and says, "It's been a long time since you've been here?"
Remind me, Corey, how long Ricky's has been open.
Ricky's has been open. Like I would say he opened it when you were 12-ish, maybe.
Okay.
And yeah.
Grant's gonna say, "Oh, I think the first time I came here was I was passing through Ocean Grove and came by near your opening weekend. It was that stretch of time. I don't know if it was the actual opening weekend, but all the posters were still up, talking about your grand opening, and it was one of the best cinnamon rolls I've ever had."
And that's why you're back here, I guess. And is this your first time back, huh?
Yeah, it's my first time back.
Well, you know what? This one's on the house. There's something to be said for somebody coming back after all those years. I don't know. I think maybe it's some kind of sign. Who knows? But this one's on me.
Grant's face kind of falls a little bit. He's gonna say, he's gonna slap the smile back on, and he's gonna say, "You're kinder than anyone deserves."
He smiles and he says, "I wasn't always like this, but I've learned that everyone deserves a little bit of kindness." And when he says that, in your head, loud, unintelligible sounds. Like, you can't understand any of the noise that's in your head. It's just very, very loud. And you see flames, and you see an eye, and you see Ricky looking up at you as his face bloody, and then it flashes back and it's back in the bakery.
Grant's gonna say, some people don't. Just be careful. And he's gonna nod and he's gonna say thanks. Hey, where's your bathroom? Is the bathroom near Ricky's office?
Yeah, we'll say it is, just for convenience. We'll say, yeah, right back there to the left.
He's gonna say, good seeing you're still around here. Take care of yourself and watch out. I hear it's a dangerous business in the bakery world. Real cutthroat.
Oh, I've seen way worse than this, but I will take your advice. And please, don't let it be so long before you come back.
He's kind of just gonna nod sadly and go on towards the office. And I am going to do my darndest to watch out for everyone coming by, everyone not paying attention, and I'm going to try to break into that office quietly.
The door's locked.
I have lockpicks.
Yep. If you want to try to make a lockpick roll.
Alright. Is it a stealth roll or just lockpicking?
Lockpicking. Because nobody's paying attention to you right now. If you get caught, we'll see how stealthy you are. Alright, so you're you put your lockpicks in, start to jimmy this lock, and you hear, and the door cracks open. You look over your shoulder, and it looks like Ricky's about to come around the corner, but then you hear, "Hey, Ricky, can I get another cinnamon roll?" And he turns around and goes back to the counter for a second.
Alright. Grant's gonna get in there. He's gonna he's gonna go right over to the safe, and he's going to you can't lock pick a safe.
I don't think so. You do have a Dracon Beam.
I was gonna say that, but like, wait, hold on. I have thieves' tools. I don't just have lockpicks because I'm a criminal now. So I should be able to, I don't know, stethoscope some kind of thing and be able to try and pick this.
I'll say with your thieves' tools, you can try it. It's going to be a hard DC, but not impassable by any means.
Okay. I'm going to try that first. So Grant is going to try his old bread and butter, what used to get him through the day. That's a 22.
That is enough. You put your stethoscope or whatever. You have some kind of futuristic hearing thing that you put up to it. Move the combination and click, and the safe opens. Inside the safe, there is stacks of money, 2 guns, some paperwork that's probably like, the deed to the building, and then there's another lockbox in there. Go ahead and, just for time's sake, you can get this box open if you have enough time, but since you're doing it quick, go ahead and give me another thieves' tool. Or a lockpicks, either one.
Gonna be the same roll. 13.
Yeah. It clicks open easily enough. You've picked 3 locks within 1 minute perfectly. And yeah, inside there's some jewelry, diamonds. You do see a necklace of pearls, not just one.
I grabbed the whole necklace.
You got it, dude.
I'd rather not take. His boss isn't the forgiving sort. Make sure I get the right thing.
You got it.
All right, I'm gonna duck out the back, much as I can.
Well, so as you're coming out of Ricky's office, Ricky is walking past towards the bathroom, and you guys meet face to face as you come out of his office. Can I help you with something?
Hands in pockets, he's gonna be like, "Oh yeah," he's gonna say, "I'm so sorry, I must have hit the wrong door."
Thinks for a second.
Deception. Ooh.
So this isn't an opposed roll. This is just for him to see if he realizes something. And he says to you, I had that door locked.
I'm very sorry, sir. You should call a locksmith because that door was not locked.
That'll be your deception check. He only has a +3 to his insight, though, so let's see.
Didn't you tell me last time he gets advantage on it, though?
Oh.
Yeah. He said he gets advantage on it, insight, so this puts us both on an even playing field. I got a 22.
I gotta be more careful. I need to get this lock fixed. Hey, have a good one.
You too. And he's just gonna go out that door as Ricky's going before Ricky notices shit in his office has been fucked with.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as he gets out, Grant will, I think Grant knows these alleys and stuff like the back of his hand. He'll make sure that he's out of the way. And as he's ducking around corners and stuff, he'll morph back to himself. Yeah, and I'll just start. Do I have a pouch or anything that I can tie around my neck and put these on before morphing into a bird to make sure I keep these pearls, or am I walking?
I'll just go
How
ahead.
far
and
away from Pacific Towers?
Pacific Towers, I don't think it's too far away. Maybe like a 30-minute walk or something. But at the same time, you can have prepared. Like,
Sure.
You can't take your clothes, but you can take things.
I think just walk.
Okay.
I think he factored the walking in here.
So 30 minutes later, you start to walk up to where Pacific Tower is. You notice Zepton and like he made it. Basically, when you made yourself known, he brings the van out and kind of is where you can see him. And as you kind of meet back up with him, he'll say, "Been a lot of movement the last little while I've been here. People taking boxes in and out. I think somebody's moving."
Okay. Well, guess I hope for their sake they stay out of our way. Come on, let's go. Let's go see if we see any sign of Cameron.
He parks the van and gets out with you, and you guys walk into the lobby of Pacific Towers.
Is there anyone at the door or anything?
There's like a receptionist that's at the, like, there's a desk there. Yeah, and somebody opens the door for you as you walk in.
Grant's just going to start walking towards where the maintenance room is, where Cameron would be sleeping, and just kind of nod respectfully to the receptionist like he should be there.
She kind of nods back and goes back to looking at her computer. And yeah, you guys make it to the maintenance room, make it to where Cameron would normally sleep, and he's not in there.
Couldn't be easy, huh? Alright. Look around, check lockers, make sure we can't see anything. I doubt they gave it to this dipshit, but if they did, he'd just put it in a locker or something, so look around.
The dumb one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he starts looking around. If you're checking out this room, you can give me an investigation check.
It's a 10.
With a 10, you don't find the time matrix or anything. But
Oh.
you do find one of Cameron's notebooks, and like as you're like moving things around, this notebook drops and it opens up, and you see a folded note inside it that says, "To Cameron from Rena."
Grant racks his brain. He goes, "That's it." He opens the note.
Without going into exactly what the note says, Rena is saying things like, "What happened to you at the party? I know notes are classic, but you're worth it. Ha ha, hee hee." Just things like that. She's flirting with Cameron.
Grant's gonna look at it, and he's gonna say, "They're both idiots." And he's gonna tear it up. He's gonna kind of throw it into pieces across the room, and he's gonna say, "All right, you see anything?"
No.
Let's go up to her apartment.
He raises up a jockstrap and throws it.
Ew.
This guy keeps this room messy, and this is not even his room.
You're right. Listen. I know there's nothing going on up there in your meat suit. Don't touch those. Gross.
All right. What are they used for?
They hold up they keep the reproductive organs of humans contained while doing physical activities for sport.
For sport.
Yeah, you know how you soldiers have to exercise for war?
Mm-hmm.
Humans do it just because they're bored.
Humans are idiots.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, let's go. And gonna say, all right, let's go up to the queen of idiots. Let's go find out if it's in her room.
All right. So as you're you go up the elevator, and as you're going into, so Savannah's elevator goes directly into her apartment. I don't know if Grant would know that. Well, maybe future Grant might. Maybe future Grant. I don't know.
I don't know.
But
I don't get the impression that future Grant and her relationship went very well.
Yeah, that's true. I will say you see moving people coming out, but as you go into that elevator that goes up into her apartment, you get there because you do normally you need a key, but because they're moving, they have stuff going on where they don't need a key, so people can go in and out. So you take the elevator up, and as the door opens, you hear commotion. You hear a woman shouting orders to people. You see, as you gaze in to the kitchen, you see a man just sitting at this countertop in the kitchen. He's writing, and you see just mover guys taking boxes and moving them all around, taking them out.
What are these movers wearing? Do they have a uniform, or are they just in their civ clothes?
Yeah, we'll say they wear khakis and green shirts with white trim and little those shower caps almost, but on their shoes so they don't get stuff all over the carpet.
Grant's gonna say, does anyone see them yet? At this elevator? At
the moment, you're in the elevator. The door's just open. Nobody seems to be paying attention to you.
Okay. Grant's gonna say, he's gonna press the button of the elevator, make it go back down.
So you press the button, and you're waiting for those doors to close, and you hear the sound of running along a tiled floor, and you see Possum show his face, his tongue out, and he jumps into the elevator as the doors close, and he's going down with you. He looks over at you, looks over at Reese, pants again, and then jumps up on you with his paws on your chest, kind of.
Grant is gonna he's just kind of taken aback. He's he scratches Possum behind the ears, and he looks at Zepton, and he says, "This one we don't hurt."
Possum looks over to Zepton and takes a second, and then Septon kind of looks at him. Well,
Grant's gonna say, all right. So what I was gonna say is we go and we ambush one of these guys, take their uniform, and morph them. Now, you go do that. I'm gonna go return this dog and pretend like I'm supposed to be there. Whichever one of us can, go search the girl's room, see if you can find the thing.
He nods. And as the door gets back to the bottom, it opens. You see that sinister grin go across his face. He leaves.
Okay. You know what? I gotta lean into character here. Grant's gonna say, "Oh, Zepton. We were told nothing about these people. Do what you want."
He, as the doors are closing, you see him put a hand on one of these guys that's down here, and he says, "Hey, can I help you? Can I have you help me get this box moved over here real quick?" They got, no problem. They walk off.
I feel like my karma point just dropped. Grant's gonna hit the button again to bring Possum back up.
You get to the top.
Grant's gonna say, "Oh, hey, so sorry, ma'am.
Yeah.
Do you live here?"
I do. Well, how can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I was trying to get up to the different floor to see my friend. I accidentally went up here as I was closing the doors. Panicked. Was in someone's house I didn't mean to be. Panicked. Tried to get out of here. Dog jumped in here. Damnedest thing. Just returning him.
Oh, that's funny. And she kind of looks over her shoulder at the guy that's sitting at the counter, and he's not paying attention. He's still writing. She's gonna say, he seems to kind of like you, because Possum's still kind of at your heels, kind of, and sniffing you.
Grant's just gonna scratch the back of his head, and he's gonna go, "Ha, way with animals, I guess."
We are thinking about letting this one find a new owner if you're interested. She kind of smiles, and then she looks over and says, No, not the glass. Put the glass with the other glasses. Put the metals with the metals.
Awesome. Grant's gonna say, "Hey, you know what? That's not a bad idea. I could use a new dog. What, did you need anything for him? Did you have any, did you have, like, a collar for him, a leash, anything you needed from me to adopt him? What are you looking at here?"
Yeah, it's all over here. And she kind of takes you over to there's Possum stuff is all packed up over by where his leash sits and stuff. But as she takes you over there, the man that's at the counter kind of looks over, and he kind of stands up and he says, "Oh, hey," and he puts his hand out to you.
Hi,
Benjamin.
I'm Bart, and
Hey, Bart. I guess she's talking to you about taking Possum, huh?
yeah, it sounds like I was just trying to return him up here because he jumped in the elevator with me, but it sounds like you guys are trying to rehome him. What's going on?
And the woman says, Yes. You seem like a great guy, and we want Possum to have a nice home." And then the man looks at her and he says, "Denise, this is not what we talked about." And he looks back at you. "I'm sorry, Bart, but we can't let this dog go until my daughter gets back and says her goodbyes. If you want, you can come back and talk to her about it. After, maybe if she's cool with it, you take him today. If not, wait until she leaves and you can take him then. She'll be home around 1 today."
All right, that sounds great. I'll do that. In the meantime, did you guys need help here? I noticed. Looks like some of these guys are pretty incompetent. I noticed I noticed you were fussing over some of your stuff. Do you need help with anything in here?
That would be and well, actually, the man says, "No, we've already paid the." And then Denise interrupts him, or the woman interrupts him and says, "No, the more hands, the better. Yes, please. Down the hall, the bathroom still needs to be packed up. Take any of those boxes down, and we'll make sure you get lunch."
Perfect. That sounds great. Grant is gonna do that as much as he can, and try and, as soon as they're not looking, slip into Savannah's room.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Yep. Thought you were gonna let me take Possum.
I mean,
22.
You can still try to take Possum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grant was just being sadistic.
Yeah. With a 22, bro, easily you open the bathroom door and Savannah's door that's right across the room at the same time, and manage to swing the bathroom door, go into Savannah's room, and make them shut at the exact same time, so people didn't hear you open her door and think you went into the other. Yeah, and you're in Savannah's room. There's a window straight across from you, her bed to the left, vanities to the right, closets, dressers, all of her stuff's in here.
Okay. Grant's gonna start rifling through shit, and literally no care at all.
Okay.
He's not going to break anything that's going to shatter necessarily, because there are other people in here who might hear, but like throwing her stuff around, probably slides a mattress off and flips it. Just trashing this place as he's looking for stuff.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. Hopefully this one's better. That's a natural 20.
That is a natural 20.
What I'm looking for materializes. It wasn't here, but now it is.
So, you have a certain item you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the time matrix.
You don't find the time matrix at all here. What you do find is a picture of Savannah and a blonde-headed girl, and they're just together with their cheeks kind of touching, smiling. Just a picture, and this picture is like hidden away deep in like a drawer, like it wasn't just out where anybody could see it. But yeah, other than that, you don't find any time matrix or anything of note.
Where the hell is it? Where the hell are they? He's gonna tear that picture, kind of throw the pieces, because fuck, he doesn't care. And he's going to slap his smile back on, peek the door out, and make sure he's coming back and making it look like he came out of the bathroom.
As you are coming out, one of the workers comes up from behind you and puts a hand on your shoulder as you're closing the door.
Grant's going to grab his wrist and whip around.
As you grab his wrist and you kind of pull it back, he smiles at you. This guy's bald, kind of chubby. He smiles and he says, "Find what you were looking for?"
No, I didn't find shit. Get out.
Let's go.
And starts moving towards the elevator.
Mm-hmm. When you get into the elevator, as it's going down, the man that's with you, his face starts to bubble and change, and a Van Dyke goatee grows out of his face, and eventually he becomes Reese, aka Zepton.
Yep. Did anyone see us leaving?
I mean, yeah, people saw you leaving, and Denise, thanks, come back for lunch, things like that.
Grant's gonna say, "Oh yeah, I will," and then Smile just gone as soon as he's going, and he's kind of sneering as he's going into the elevator. He's gonna say, "Where next?"
So, as you get to the bottom, Zepton will say, well, we can try the next closest house since we don't really have any leads. And as you guys step out of the elevator sits in the main lobby. So, like, you have the receptionist over to the left, the elevator straight in front of you. Like, if you're coming in the door to the south, the elevator straight north. To the left of the door is the hallway that still goes north that leads to the maintenance area. So you guys come out of the elevator, and then from behind, Grant, you're holding a box, just to keep up appearances that you're moving stuff out. Something hits you in the shoulder, and you drop the box, and you almost fall over, but you manage to get down to the ground enough to catch your hand. Somebody else's hand kind of reaches under your arm and kind of lifts you up. But as they lift it up, they're running off towards the outside door, and their hair swings around. You see Cameron, and he says, sorry about that. And he just keeps moving and goes out the door.
Grant's gonna smile wide, and he's gonna say, "Oh, no problem at all." He's just gonna say, "Follow the idiot. Let's go."
Yeah, you guys go out. You don't see Cameron, but a couple of minutes later, you do see I think it was an osprey. Yeah, I think he has an osprey. You see an osprey flying off in the air.
All right. Grant's gonna say, "Follow the bird," and get in the car.
Okay. And you guys start to do what you can to follow this bird. Give me a perception check.
All right. 15.
You managed to follow him all the way out of the city. Like, you can keep your eyes on him and get there. He's heading towards where the cabin was.
Cool. Grant's gonna mention that. He's gonna be like, "He's going towards Oscar's."
I guess that's where we'll be then.
Guess so.
And he takes the turn he needs to go to start taking the